Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Auntie Cham.
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for Pick Me Gay, which before we started recording, Chen, you said, and I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
What's a Pick Me Gay?
Pick me gay is like, do you ever see like a Twitter gay that's problematic say something and then like everyone in the comments are like, no, it's okay, you're not wrong, you're standing up for yourself, you're speaking your mind, and like they're still wrong.
Yeah.
Those in the comments, those are pick me gays. They're pick me, please. Are you gonna fuck me?
What's it called? The person that they're all kind of worshiping, what are they called? Barrett Paul.
A muscle gay. Barrett Paul. So that's a pick me gay.
Okay.
Please pick me, fuck me.
I don't think I
don't think so.
No, I don't think anyone would ever pick you.
And welcome to the roast episode of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Nothing's off limits, it's roast.
It's a roast.
Speaking of roast, I always have some wine with my roast, so let's cheers.
Oh,
ladies.
cheers.
Cheers to that.
Ooh, that's a whale sound.
Actually, I should have said cheers to Mariah Carey. As day of filming, it is her 52nd
Well, here,
birthday.
we can do another cheers to her.
Well, let's do that again.
The
grand
dame
of
Mariah.
To our lamb.
Our lamb lord.
chef.
Talk about Jesus.
Our landlord.
Talk about
our
the
landlord. That's funny.
That's good.
Get her on the phone. Hey Siri. Call Mariah. Oh no, she's listening.
One moment.
Oh
No, don't do it. Don't call her.
Stop.
Sorry, something went wrong. Please try
Okay, just be
again.
quiet. She'll go away. Okay, let's just keep talking like really quietly.
I feel like I missed an opportunity for Second Coming with Jesus and Passover talk.
Easter hasn't happened yet. You can still do it.
Oh yeah, next week.
He hasn't risen yet.
I mean, I'm gonna leave this in. So if you do it next week, it won't be as funny.
Would you think it was funny even if I did it this week?
No.
If you can't roast yourself,
Okay.
Everyone knows.
Okay, but I don't want to move on without paying homage to Mariah Carey because she created, or her essence created, one of the worst challenges when everyone just said they went to the church of Mariah Carey and then Silky. So I just want to. What is your favorite Mariah Carey song? Let's start there.
We belong together.
Solid.
Iconic.
ooh, we just did this, right? And I
When
can't
you believe.
remember.
When you believe.
When
Oh,
you
what's
believe,
yours?
delicious
When you
choice.
believe. That's a good one. I do love.
Because that's a musical theater.
the
like,
Prince
people
of
can-
Egypt soundtrack, by the way, hands down.
Brian
Amazing.
Stokes Mitchell.
BSM?
Yeah.
Wow. There is a song.
Sarah, my life has changed. Sarah, we're in Egypt
I
now.
love Egypt so much, it's cool.
Now, We Belong Together was a huge hit for Mariah
Huge.
Carey. Huge.
But here's the thing. Do you remember the year that she was supposed to get that Grammy? And everyone was like, and the Grammy goes to, and everyone's like, Mariah! And the crowd like, come on, Mariah! And then U2 won. Nothing against U2
What?
fans. I love you.
No, you know what? I've never forgiven them ever since they invaded my iPhone. I who made that decision?
Yeah.
Hey Siri, call your boss. No, don't. Oh my god.
Oh, no, by default.
No.
When I was in the 6th grade.
She's turned
One
into.
moment.
This is our world. We have to tiptoe around
I
this.
know. She's scary.
This is what Elon Musk is gonna.
Okay, now hit it again with your bare finger. Not her. Hit that. No. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Oh God.
Whenever you call, in the 6th grade, me and this girl Taylor, who was a year older and way more popular than I was, wanted to sing the duet on that album called Whenever You Call. And it's very inappropriate for preteens to sing, but we tried it.
Oh.
She's always sexy, giving sexy.
I mean, I know we say it all the time because it's a classic television moment, but her MTV Cribs is
yes.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Being in the bathtub.
Yes.
There's never been a moment where Mariah Carey has shied away from being sexy. And I love that about her.
Her closet.
Yeah.
The closet of all closets.
I mean,
I also like
Shusha.
where there was a moment where she was like,
married to
no,
Nick Cannon.
I can't sing
Oh.
that. No, I like that.
That was a weird one.
We all
But I
had a
also
dark
like
era.
how she was like not singing at her best for a moment, and then she came back and she said, no, that was just a moment. I'm still the greatest of all, the goat.
You know what? I smell a stunt.
From lamb to goat.
Maybe that was her being relevant, being in the news.
I don't know that was a stunt because it was there was some pretty embarrassing moments.
I'm trying to protect her.
I know. But you want to because she's your landlord.
Yes.
You got to pay her.
The contract has been sealed.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I just wanted to pay homage, so I'm glad that we did that.
Mariah Carey, Messy Queen, thank you so much for
$10 a month.
We'll
Worth
see you in the
Very
Discord,
generous.
Mariah.
Yeah. Shall we get into this week's roast episode?
Yes.
Okay, so we start off with the queens returning into the workroom. We had just said goodbye to Tina Burner right before the roast episode too.
Her goose was cooked.
Mm-hmm.
We made a little prediction on our last episode, which was released today, because we're a little behind. It's okay. We did say that I think it may cause a plot point at the beginning of this episode, because Candy and all of the girls who really love Tina would be upset. Mm-hmm. And that, it did come to pass. Mm-hmm. It did fruition. Mariah said it would happen, and then a lamb appeared, and then it was in a bathtub. Mm-hmm. Utica's reaction. She came in sort of crying-ish, and then she immediately recovered and then was like, what'd y'all think? What happened?
No, excuse me.
I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now. Utica's in a weird reality that has so far been charming up to this point, but it's also like, do you know what's going on here in reality? In this reality? This plane of exist?
Yeah. Gottmik said it too. She will smile through the pain, and we all know someone that... We all know Geminis. Okay, so Geminis. Their whole thing is being able to play two different people.
So that's always the twin one?
That's the twin one. You see two faces with the Gemini. And I think she is a Gemini, right? Yeah. So she is going to put on the front that she's really smiley, when deep down she's hiding something dark.
I think we're seeing some of that come out.
Or just she's afraid that...
Of the dark.
No, or maybe it's just that she's super
Nickelodeon,
self-conscious. Because we've seen it a couple of episodes now, her being worried about various degrees of what's appropriate and what's not. And then we've heard rumblings of like, she's different off camera, so maybe she's just like scared and like found her brand and trying to play it up for the camera.
Either way,
that's very empathetic.
It comes off as very... I'm just going to say it. That don't impress me much.
Oh.
Yeah, I did think it was interesting that Candy held her tongue. Candy was like, I'm not going to tell you did a great job with the lip sync, but I don't think you did a good job with the lip sync.
I mean, Utica's a good lip syncer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she's an interesting performer. But we'd seen that, and we hadn't seen Tina perform yet, and I think Tina sort of bodied that song.
She sure did.
I think either way, like, Tina and Utica were kind of on the same path of, they were probably both going soon anyway. Not to be a dark-sided, but it's the roast episode, so you're like, oh, well, no, Tina would have done well. Tina put out her roast on Instagram, so she would have gone home this week
That
anyway.
wasn't dark-sided, that was enlightening. What is dark-sided is, you're my bubbly princess, how are you, sweetie bird? I don't trust that. I don't trust that. Don't call me bubbly, sweet hazelnut, sweet princess.
Well, it feels inauthentic. You can tell when it's not real, when it's not someone's real. You know what I mean?
I only like to be called bubbly princess sweetheart when it's real. And luckily, every time someone does, it is.
And if it's in... I'm your what? Let's get into the mini challenge. So this is a little Whose Line Is It Anyway improv game.
Bitch, loved it.
I watched this
Jane Addams games.
I watched this on Wednesday of last week, so I can't remember what it is.
You're the arms, you're the face.
Oh, I remember with Norvina,
Yes.
special guest from Alexandria.
How incredible did
Anastasia
Norvina
Beverly
look?
Hills.
Anastasia Beverly Hills. How incredible did she look? But the thing that I love the most
I want
is
to
that
be her.
she was like, oh, I'm going on RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm going to get in full drag. And they were like, hey, you're here for the mini challenge. They're all out of drag. They're just going to, like, destroy your palette. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, great. I'll sit in this director's chair. Bless her heart.
Sit down.
No, she looked amazing.
No,
but
she did.
I do feel like she maybe had a different understanding.
Big expectations.
Yeah.
Oh.
But hey,
No.
it's better to be overdressed than underdressed or not dressed at all.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
depending on where you are. I loved this mini challenge. I don't typically enjoy mini challenges. I just want to like move on. Let's get to the trauma. Let's get to the runway.
Yeah.
But this was fucking funny.
This was really funny.
Love.
Very simple games. Just do that. Just
Yes.
stick to that. I was laughing. Rue was laughing. Rue was getting her line.
Rosé and Candy were the kickoff, and
Yes.
as far as I'm concerned, they set the bar too high and no one else
It
could
sure
catch
did.
it.
Sure did.
I love that Candy went straight to Rosé, and you could almost see Rosé a little surprised that she was being chosen by Candy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Candy is producer Candy Muse. Candy producer Muse.
I have
She's so good.
a soft spot for Candy Muse. I'm in love with Candy Muse.
I love it.
And I truly don't get the Twitter fans who don't like her. Like, I don't get
Oh, you don't
the
get
hatred for Candy Muse. I don't get it.
You don't get the RuPaul's Drag Race fans can sometimes be racist.
Whoa.
You know what? Upon further reflection, that makes sense to me.
I can't understand that.
I do get that.
I love Candy for just being honest, being herself.
And it seems like she also, yes, of course, a little producer, but she's probably like,
I meant that in a
Rosé-
good way.
Oh, no, I know, but Rosé's probably like, she's like, oh, yeah, you're really good, and I've gotten to know you, and like, I want to know you more. Like, she's just...
And also,
It's a really
like,
cute pairing for those
everyone's
two.
I know,
going
it
to
really
expect me
is.
to go with Mick. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to keep
Yeah.
everyone on their toes. I loved it.
Which I have to say, my second place was definitely Gottmik and Utica, because Gottmik is this big, and Utica's arms
Utica's
are this
arms.
big.
that
long.
That was funny.
Long.
So funny.
Long. This episode, I really understood, like, Rosé's,
Drag.
like,
Oh.
I understood drag.
Got it.
I understood
I got it.
Rosé's, like, delivery. I'm like, okay, this is why she is the queen that she is. She's just always on. Like, the
Well,
brain is always ready.
Right? It did take me a couple episodes, or a few episodes, to get into the Rosé gig. For whatever reason, I didn't immediately connect with her, but now I am hardcore Rosé
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah. Same.
She is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Agree with everything they said.
So they win the mini challenge, Rosé and Candy Muse.
Yeah.
Which means they get to choose the running order of the roast, the main challenge.
And as we've just seen from UK, this is an important decision.
Yes.
I know we say this every week, but I would have loved to do this challenge. I would do, you know what Utica did? I'd do the opposite, and it'd be so fun.
You do well.
You would still make a lot of fat jokes.
But funny.
Only if I was there.
But funny, the way that, who said to Ross that he comes when the pizza man...
Oh, that was got me.
That was good.
That's a funny fact
a funny-
joke.
Yeah,
That's
funny.
the thing, and they kept saying that. Nothing is off limits as long as it's funny. That's a roast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, let's get this out of the way, disclaimer. If you're a teen, you don't remember roasts because you don't know who Dean Martin is. But listen,
May he rest.
they're brutal. Someone commented on to Utica, I was a huge fan of yours until I saw this episode. I consider Drag Race my safe space, and you made it unsafe. And then someone responded, roasts are not a safe space. By
Yeah.
definition, they're
Yes.
not a safe
Roast
space.
is when PC culture, we don't do that right now. I mean, obviously,
Uh-huh.
And
obviously there is a line, but
Yes.
you go right up to it if you want. If you feel so.
Yeah.
As long as you're funny.
and you cross it when you're funny. Like, and everyone will be.
Oh.
And Utica, as unfunny as she was, she apologized on Twitter for all of her jokes. And Lonnie and, like, everyone came to her defense, was like, girl, it's a roast.
Okay, while we're addressing the children,
No
can I
offense
just say
taken.
something real quick?
Yeah.
You are going to run into people you disagree with, and you're going to have to be able to deal with it.
Deal
That's
with it.
that's something you have to do. That's all I needed
That's
to say. I'm so
tough.
sorry. That was so.
No,
No, I love it. I
no.
love your moments
You
when
know,
you lean into
I-
the camera.
It's just
The hearts, and I appreciate, you know what?
In empathy.
Your hearts are in the right place.
Yeah.
They absolutely are. And I love when you stick up for what's right. But a roast, that's a different world.
it's hard.
It's a different world.
It's new to you.
It's new. But you know what you should... No. I was going to tell them, go watch old roasts, but I think
Don't
their heads
do
would
that.
explode. Don't do
They've
that.
seen, they're making the rounds on TikTok. They've seen us all rip into Ann Coulter or whatever. They don't know who that is, but.
I'm basically Ann Coulter. I mean, like bone structure wise, like
Yes.
blonde hair
Skinny,
that's like really dry.
This is a roast.
Yes.
So
The point is to be.
the point is to roast.
Yeah.
Like, you ever been roasted before? Roasting
every day.
It takes a level of love to roast someone too, like a level of familiarity.
100%.
Yeah.
I've done a few in Chicago, and like, one of my favorite was Dita. Dita really wanted a roast for her birthday one year.
Mm-hmm.
Getting together with other queens that you respect and you love so much, and tearing them apart in a way that everyone is laughing, like, it's just a really fun. I fucking love roasts. Mm-hmm. It's the best.
Roasts are fun. Maybe we should do a little IMHO roast. I don't know.
Oh, let's start with Alexis.
You roast me every day.
Candy and Rosé got to pick where they were going to be. So
Yes.
Candy opens, Rosé closes.
Well, and that part was interesting to me because it seems like for the first time ever, they were like, okay, I don't care about them. What are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Which I loved.
Yeah.
Smart.
But then they were both like, I want to go first. And then Candy was like, well, you're so strong. You should go last. Meanwhile, Candy's like, I'm going first because I don't want to go last.
Yeah.
What?
That's funny.
But I agree with Simone when she's like, all right, y'all fight over the 2 hardest spots.
Hmm.
You want to open or you want to close?
But I loved that because it's like, well, we know we're the strongest.
Where would you put yourself?
I feel confident, whatever. I'd rather open than close.
Same. I would put myself second or third. Because one thing I love about roasts is when the person gets up and they comment on what the last person just said.
True.
I think it immediately gets the audience on your side.
True.
Oh, that's
So I'd love to
smart.
follow someone, but I don't want to be too far out.
I changed my
Girl,
answer.
you'd win this challenge.
I
You
wanna
already
do-
know.
I love
everything.
roasts!
I would do second to last, so I don't have to close, but I can address the situation thus far.
And you keep
You're the
in
11
the brain.
o'clock number.
I'm in the right,
Yeah.
exactly. Recency, very important.
That is important.
But honestly, going sooner than later, because if you're nervous about it too,
Exactly.
then you're just waiting to, when am I going to go out?
I can't
When am I-
imagine being able to pick my place in a competition and being like, I'm gonna go last, because I know the whole time I'm gonna be sitting there farting.
Guess.
And
Yes.
something I never even thought
Being a
about
lady
that
farting.
Candy said, which was, what if they say jokes that I was going to say?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And that happened a couple times.
Yeah.
So she was right to listen to that. Now they do go to rehearsal with Lonnie Love and Michelle Visage. Michelle Visage, my favorite stand-up comedian. And for the most part, everyone's taking notes. They're all like taking it in.
Yeah.
Utica. Let's talk about that.
Oh!
Jinx Monsoon.
Oh, no. You win. I owe you Coke.
Like a little
vanilla.
What? Oh.
I think keeping up this Utica brand of like kookiness was weird here, especially because there is a moment where you're getting notes and you're being judged later where you need to just stop. She was keeping going and trying to shoot zingers, and it's like, we get it, you're fast, but they're not funny and you need to hear what we're saying. She wasn't...
Right.
To me, the jokes, although they weren't funny, the issue with Utica was like she never listened to the critiques.
I understand it a little because, I mean, I don't understand staying in character the whole time. That was insane. But I understand her not taking their notes. Because remember when she comes back in the room and she's like, I said this funny joke and they didn't think it was funny because they've never seen Lion King. And everyone's like, what? Because she's been misunderstood this entire time. And I get where she's just in a position where she's like, I just gotta do what I know because that's all I know.
Okay, but to play Lil Nas X's devil's advocate,
Oh, lap dance.
they told her,
Did you see his new music
don't,
video?
Yes.
so hot. Lil Nas X, we salute
My
you.
coochie.
We
Okay.
salute
My
you.
coochie.
But remember when
Do you
like,
follow
he was
him on
cute
TikTok?
and then he became hot? Where did the hot come in? When did that happen?
When
Because
he-
now it's hot.
Do you follow him on TikTok?
Yes, of course.
It's the attitude.
All I want to say is, they told her, don't say that. That's, mean isn't funny, don't be mean.
She was in that weird, I'm still on. She could have thought they were playing back to her.
Now, this is something
the thing.
that happens to, like, the twinks. Let's address it.
Oh!
Twinks will come
Are you
up to a
addressing my
queen.
past?
Twinks will come up to you. They don't know you, but they want to impress you so badly, and they know that you're a drag queen. So let me just start being mean.
Mean.
Because I don't have I don't know anything about comedy, so I'm just going to really try to dig in deep. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They do
just
it.
attack.
They do it.
You're right. That's
Down,
exactly
down.
what Utica was doing.
That is
That's correct.
the same as touching a drag queen's hair. Remember that? Remember that? Pre-pandemic?
In my previous life, that happened a lot because my entire job was getting up on stage and being sassy and making fun of people.
Right.
So as soon as I got off stage, the drunk twink who's been singing Ariana Grande, even when Ariana Grande's not playing, they want to impress me. So they come up and they're like, you're ugly as fuck, your hair's terrible, whatever. If you respond without the persona. Like, you can try and match it, and if you want to read, it can be a fun little game. But if you're not in the mood, and you just go, I don't know you. We're not friends.
Exactly.
It immediately takes them off guard. Because they're, oh, fuck. Wait, what? Like, I've made a mistake. And then they buy you a shot, and everything's okay.
I'm going to weaponize that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to manipulate and gaslight.
Gaslighter.
Street
Fighter. I
Yeah.
fucking love Lonnie Love. I think
Me
Lonnie
too.
Love... do you think they're trying to make her part of the series?
I would love her to be...
I think they're trying to make her a judge.
Reoccurring judge.
No, I don't think that, but I want it to be true, and I think it will happen. Just happy accident. I think that because of the pandemic, they only got people that were close to the area,
That makes
and they
sense,
had
too.
recurring people come back that felt safe and were willing to do it.
I think Lonnie Love is
but
the perfect Drag Race judge.
I
agree.
I think it was serendipitous, and I think she should be a part of the family.
I agree.
From now
Yeah.
on.
All right.
I mean, she delivered an iconic line a little later, which we'll talk about.
Oh.
But for the most part, the rest of them in rehearsal, fine. But Utica's rehearsal was...
Yeah.
I was
Got,
tense.
Gottmik was doing a little bit of, I'm nervous, I'm scared of this. This is the one
We
thing I
got some
didn't want to
storyline.
do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gottmik
But
is
Gottmik has
so
been
funny.
so funny this whole time and excellent at everything he's done.
I'm smelling a stunt. My nose is going, what's this editor
You
doing over
smell stunts all over the place.
I know a stinky smell when I smell it. And I smell
You're like
many
what
stinky
is
smells.
That? Yeah.
I think that they're trying to provide more storyline to the potential top 4, to the potential winners.
Well, I would love a Gottmik top 4.
And I think Gottmik
I would
She's
love
got
that.
to.
has
Are you kidding?
a couple shoes in for that
Yeah.
spot. But yeah, that was the rehearsal process. Should we get into the roast?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, we get RuPaul on the runway in a goddamn bodysuit.
Oh.
Have we seen her on the runway of
We
RuPaul's
have
Drag Race
never seen
in a
it.
bodysuit?
Anything cut that high.
That was great.
I wanted more tulle on that belt.
Yes.
Or maybe a train. It felt a little like
I don't
not
know.
A
enough.
little too pedestrian, but
I liked it. I think her skinny ass legs, and I can say that because my legs have also been studied for science.
No, I mean she's got a beautiful team. She looks great, but
I liked it.
she's got a beautiful team. No, her team is great.
No, the team,
It's the team.
was great.
don't put any of that in. I'm scared. I'm
Don't
just saying.
be
I'm just saying. I wish it was a little more dramatic in the back because it was a simple bodysuit,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I loved
and
it.
especially since they've come so hard on bodysuits.
They have come all over bodysuits.
I didn't mean to say it, but I did.
The body is right. With
Oh, the
Rue,
body is
the body is right.
Yeah, the body is
Supermodel.
right.
Those-
Of course, please have
Is
me on
she
your show.
wearing 12 pairs of tights? Because
Yes.
her lines are so smooth.
Well, she was in that runway walk. I think later she takes all that shit off.
Well, of course she does.
And I think she has ribs that can like fold in.
Let's get into the actual roast.
Okay.
First up.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, please.
What?
The miscongenialities come out. We have to
Yes.
talk about them.
Oh, welcome back. Our Miss Congeniality's first tip back to the stage, I believe, was Miss Nina West.
Mm-hmm.
She's beautiful. She
Yes.
looks like a fun rainbow moment.
Mhm.
Her hair and makeup,
Pride.
wonderful.
Oh yeah, wonderful.
The
So
outfit.
gorgeous.
Questionable, but happy to see her on stage.
Well, she does everything with a message. Rainbows and
Mhm.
everything said love is love and
Not the message.
She likes
of
the
it.
LGBT community.
That's
what
she's
she-
got friends that are gay.
she
She doesn't
is
accept the lifestyle, but she
Yes.
accepts them.
But she supports. Then up next is Valentina,
oh yes,
the Miss Congeniality.
very timely because masks.
Because masks.
Format.
Rue even said something about like she's right. She
That was
right.
wrong. She's right.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm about to say.
Yes.
I love Valentina, okay? I think she's stunningly gorgeous.
Do you want to get in on this?
And I love her signature face. So I was a little surprised that her eyebrows... Is this not what you were going to say?
Yes.
I was surprised that her eyebrows looked like they were like, Valentina, you're about to go on. Where are your eyebrows? And she's like, oh shit, hand me a pencil. And she just did a single
Well, she's
line.
famously
We're
takes forever. I also thought her eyeliner was different, smaller than we're used to.
I love
it
her
felt
eyebrows.
it felt a little maybe
Accidental.
rushed or unfinished or
Yeah.
didn't have space. It
You
felt
can say
it
this.
felt
You can say this.
it felt less than what we've normally seen from her.
I mean, she's still stunningly gorgeous.
And even
but
even the hair was beautiful and it was laid right, but it wasn't really big and voluminous like we've seen from her.
Mm-hmm. We always get that cartoon fantasy from her.
She always looks
But
like a
her
Disney
waist.
princess, but I don't know that she
That
did
waist.
today.
But that
The
waist,
waist and the gown. I mean, she's undeniable, even in the even in what we saw.
I
on the episode.
love her eyebrows so much.
Yeah.
They were
I was
even
sad that
referenced
they weren't
later.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, and they even referenced the
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it wasn't referenced in a great
I almost
way.
wish she would have come out in that mask.
sad, yes. Oh,
Because she's the one that started it.
Funny.
that would have
This
been
whole
really funny.
thing.
That said, I was right.
Here, I'll call her.
Our final miscongeniality was Heidi in closet.
I love Heidi.
I love Heidi so much.
Heidi's so funny.
Her makeup, we've said this, has improved so much since her season.
Since Nicki Minaj attacked her for
exactly.
it. Yes.
I mean, sometimes that's what it takes. You have to have Nicki Minaj.
Imagine Nicki
She
Minaj.
got stuck by a barb.
Hate your makeup.
Say that again.
She got stuck by a barb.
That is brilliant. You could say come now.
I am so happy right now.
So they're there. Let's start the roast. We have
Okay.
Candy Muse up first.
Okay.
Oh, and they don't do a runway, which was a
This made me
strange choice.
sad.
So we'll be talking about their looks as well, although I don't think that they're that important because it wasn't a runway.
Am I hallucinating?
Yes.
Didn't they say there was going to be like an 80s theme in the next week on for last week? I feel like wasn't there an
I don't
80s
think
runway
so.
somewhere?
You know what it was?
That might be different.
I put peyote in your wine last week.
Oh.
My P could have stood for peyote. You should have
Yeah.
told me.
Well, I tried to tell you, but you said, "Get away from me, giant lizard." So I knew that you weren't in the right headspace.
That's why I
But are
was
you centered?
vomiting so much on the way
Ooh.
home.
Yeah. In that Uber.
Would y'all ever do peyote?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
You want to vomit?
If it means I can see like a bat fingering me, yeah.
Oh.
I'm not gonna deny a human
You just need a
experience.
Batman. I'll find you a Batman.
Ooh, which Batman will we let finger us? We'll talk about that.
Michael
later on.
Keaton.
We'll talk. Let's talk about Candy Muse's
Candy
beautiful
Muse
body.
started off really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair, her makeup, her dress.
Blessings.
Gorge.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
Perfect. Let me
Yes.
put those
Very funny.
Back in you.
Very strong.
But so funny.
Opener. Mm-hmm. It's so
Yeah.
funny. What?
The moment when
Was it
she
a-
said, I actually put it in my phone because I wanted to repeat it 1,000 times. When she said to Nina West,
Oh.
this may be the Olympics of drag,
Oh.
but you don't have to be the stadium. And you're the stadium, whatever it was. Sorry, I should have read my phone. Holy shit, that was so funny.
Oh my
So
god.
funny.
So fucking
She
funny.
called her a building. I would have been in. I was like, dang.
But that's it. That's a classic
That's
roast.
great.
You do it funny.
Yes.
You say something you would
Yes.
never say
Yes.
ever outside of it. So good. Speaking of funny, when she said, RuPaul is so old.
Oh.
I told her to act her age,
Mm.
and she died.
And she died.
Bitch, I'm dead.
The physical comedy, the timing.
Ugh.
It
It was
So good.
Candy's episode. Could not miss. Loved everything she said.
Loved her.
Yeah.
Hope she wins. Let's talk about Simone. So Simone looked like a stunning Golden
Oh my
Globe.
god.
She looked like a trophy.
Oh, she looked
She was beautiful.
really
She looked
good.
like, remember when RuPaul played a Golden Globe
With Stephen Colbert.
with Stephen Colbert?
Yes.
She looked like she was wearing that dress.
Yeah.
Right?
Because of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
bunching. Yeah.
Connections.
Now her set though.
Well, I was gonna give another positive.
Oh, yeah.
The House of Avalon. Have you seen they're doing some kind of Avalon TV thing?
Some
I want my
SNL
Avalon
kind of
TV.
situation.
No.
It
Really?
looks amazing. Yeah, follow
I'm
them
sure
on
it's
it.
amazing.
I love them.
And I just love that the whole house seems really cool and
Yes.
lots of different types of artists. I'm excited. For
I love that
I
kind
hope
of
it's an actual
environment for them.
televised thing. I think it
Either
might be.
way, we'll keep following them no matter what they do.
They're all so hot.
Yeah.
All of them.
And
Yeah. Can I?
what? Can you what?
Can you what? Sit on them
can
like
one
a
of them
bench?
dress like a bat and finger me? No.
Don't take her weird sex thing.
I'm
You've
sorry.
got so many weird sex
It
things.
wasn't a sex thing. Now hold up now.
What about that boat in the Suez Canal?
Oh, I
Block
missed
me,
that.
daddy.
Block me, daddy! I hope that boat's okay though, because it's getting a lot of pressure.
No,
been a tough year for boats.
It's hard. It's
It wasn't
hard.
its fault. It was a sandstorm, and you can't sandstorm in boats.
I mean, we got the Suez Canal boat. The scene we got cinnamon toast crunch shrimp. There's a lot happening in the news.
No, it's too much. Topanga, she deserves
the
better.
Topanga, yes. But Simone's roast.
Now, someone said that
Undercooked.
Simone probably got the pheromone edit. I mean, Rue was laughing at literally everything. I have to imagine.
Rue
that
was
there
on
were some-
peyote.
Rue loves Simone.
Well, and Rue loves laughing.
And
Like,
Rue
I mean,
loves to laugh.
she has been losing her mind all season, and this roast was no exception.
Great Bette Midler from Hocus Pocus impression from Miss Simone.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, that's where it ends for me. She struggled.
It was hard. Anytime they're uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I still don't care. I love her.
But I mean,
Oh, I know. I was like immediately ready to forgive her.
it's
Just
hard
wanted
for
to give her a
Simone
hug.
because, you know, if she's not in the top, she might be in the bottom.
That's
Not
where
in the
they
bottom,
are
she's in the
now,
top. It's
yeah.
like,
We're in six, only six as of this episode.
Yeah.
let's talk about our
Right.
next roaster, Utica.
Now Utica came out strong. Her first thing she did what you did. She referenced to the person before her.
I thought
and she
I
had
was the
everyone
one
laughing.
who had the balls to
bomb that hard.
hard.
Balls.
But
And
LOL.
then she said, "LOL, I do."
And then she bombed.
Yeah.
She had so many balls.
And she did what I've done 1,000 times. It's an easy thing to fall into. You feel like you can get the audience back on your side if you let them know that you also know it's going badly.
Oh yeah, I know I'm bombing. I know I'm bad.
Right, but that's not always the case. If anything, it's shown a bigger light on just how uncomfortable we all were.
Yep.
I had a blanket and I was doing this the entire time. And after she was done and the next person came up, I was still doing that. And Curtis was like, "It's over." I was like, "Oh, sorry. That was so uncomfortable."
Because I was like, what if I were in her spot? What if I were bombing?
You would never be in that position.
No,
Let's ask
you would
someone who
never
would.
bomb.
Alexis, what would you do?
Thank you so much for asking. I would probably just like pull stuff out of my butt. Before I went on, I would shove a bunch of
So
stuff.
you're a
that
prop. So
response.
Carrot Top.
yeah.
Okay, so a little
Of course,
prop
I would be
comedy.
more like Carrot Bottom.
Oh.
Okay.
Come on,
I
that was
take
kinda
it back.
clever.
No, rewind.
Rewind.
And when I eat,
And then Lonnie got a big chuckle when Utica came for her. That she was like,
you're the one bombing.
I mean,
that was good.
The joy she
the
felt.
timing.
Listen, the joy that we all felt after Lonnie read Utica.
well, that's
Yes.
So
that is
funny.
an iconic moment from season 13. I think it's something we will remember.
Yeah, oh for sure. I love when comics give it back to hecklers.
Yes.
You try what I'm doing, bitch. Try it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to Utica's credit, although not on purpose, she got that iconic moment, and then she got another meme moment.
Okay, wait.
So we all know, we've all watched Details with Dita Ritz. We know the behind the scenes tea, that she walks down the runway in drag, and then she goes and she takes the bottom half of her outfit off, and she puts on
And sits on
blue
comfortably.
sweatpants.
Talk about ball. Utica, that's some balls. That's balls.
Asking
That's
the host
balls.
of the show to reveal herself.
To reveal her.
She said, stand up.
And then RuPaul said,
Blur it.
Utica bombed, but we got 2 incredible moments out of it that I will always be thankful for.
The audacity.
Yeah.
The audacity.
The audacity to ask someone to physically do something, one, and then attack.
Telling someone who is sitting comfortably to stand up.
You don't go to the CEO of your company as.
Okay, do
You
it.
don't be an Amazon driver and go to Jeff Bezos or whoever. Who is it? Elon
Yes.
Musk.
Jeff.
And say, I know you're slacking. Show me. Show the world.
Pee in a bottle.
Oh, that's your thing.
Oh, I did it. Oh, yeah, pea drink. You know what? I looked online.
You drink pea?
Pea drink has a lot. Peas? My pea drink would have been fly off the shelf.
I saw that on the Nathan For You or Nathan Fielder show. You
love
drink your
Nathan For You. I
drink your
love
grandbaby's pee.
Yeah.
Good for health.
Love Nathan For You.
Yes.
Love.
Bay.
Obsessed.
Yes. Very funny.
Yes.
Oh, I love him too. I've seen all of his shows.
What's your favorite episode?
Oh, it's got to be a toss-up between the peyote one and then the peas.
Actually, there is one that reminds me of her. Do you remember Dumb Starbucks?
I do remember Dumb Starbucks.
Yeah.
You can get away with it as long as you call it dumb.
Exactly.
You both looked at me at the same time.
Oh, before we move away from Utica, though, I do want to say she looked incredible.
She did.
And I did agree with Ross. It was my favorite thing she's ever worn. I thought she looked incredible.
I disagree with you.
I loved
She
it.
looked crazy, but yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
I
Okay.
thought that coat was very weirdly fitted. I think she's just skinny, so she's allowed to wear things like that.
Ooh.
As a fellow skin, I have to
You would wear.
say, I appreciated it.
Let's talk about Gottmik. First of all, looking stunning.
Stunning.
Swarovski
Ooh,
crystal.
stunning.
The wig was amazing.
That wig was amazing.
Yes.
I was like, every time I looked at it, I was like, whoa.
There's a new dimension to it. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
She was so funny.
Let's talk about the material. Yeah, very funny.
Very funny.
The jokes were there, delivered beautifully.
Why don't let's we're all friends here, right?
Yeah.
Well, a couple of us are. Why do we expect Gottmik not to excel at these challenges? Because I think every time she is very funny, I think we're all a little taken aback. Why do you think that is?
Maybe it's because RuPaul's Drag Race has taught us that look queens can only do looks and funny queens can only do funny, and everyone gets in their boxes.
And she has that kind of like
And she can
Valley
kinda
Girl
do it all.
persona when she's Gottmik.
It's that sharp smell again. It's that stunt smell. I smell another stunt. If
No,
you
just
set their
for- just saying,
expectations
no,
low,
I was very concerned all of a sudden. I was like, did I put on deodorant? It's a pandemic.
Wait,
oh wait a minute,
you're gonna make a scent. And it's
I
gonna
was
be
gonna
called
say-
Sun.
That's perfect.
I smell a stunt. Stunt.
Let's get Lalabo on the line.
Wait.
There's
My phone exploded.
patrons.
I smell a stunt. Ooh.
Please, if you have perfume in your house, let us know.
Well, we have
Send
the
it over.
Dolly. We can start there. The Dolly Parton perfume.
Oh yeah, where is she? We haven't smelled like old lady in a while. Oh shit.
Oh, see, I love it. It smells like a doctor's office. Or like a church, like a lady at church.
Yeah, because old people go to church.
I smell.
Oh, I got it
A
all over my
stunt.
glove.
Roasted. Did you say it already about the? Oh yeah. Ross comes when the pizza arrives.
Ross comes when
So
the pizza
funny.
arrives.
Yeah,
A-
so
a
funny.
top tier.
Top tier. That's how you make a funny joke about someone's weight.
Yeah,
You bring in pizza.
but also, who doesn't come when the pizza arrives?
Me. I wait for the actual cum.
The guy.
Yeah.
The pizza delivery
Yeah,
guy.
for the guy's dick.
Kind of a little trashy.
Yeah, of
like
course.
he's in the hustle economy.
Well,
they're
it's always a cargo short too, which I love. Because I'm like, what's in your pocket?
Sauces, marinara,
What's in your pockets?
ranch.
Oh my god,
I know that was bad.
that was on me.
It's
I'm
like
sorry.
really everywhere.
That's
Sorry.
great.
After you got Mick, we went to Miss Olivia Lux.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to like this mini dress, but there was something about it.
I agree.
Same.
But it was cute. It was cute. There was something off. I don't know what it was.
Let's talk about Olivia Lux. Whoa!
I smell a stunt. In stores now.
So I agree with RuPaul when she said you started out with that kind of apologetic walk. I think
Yes.
she was playing into, and she said it, I'm playing into, I'm the
Being a
nice
little
one.
nice, yeah.
So like, I'm going to say something crazy, but I'm so nice that it's even funnier. But I agree with RuPaul. It came off very apologetic, which
Also a
immediately
little-
turns you off. And it's exactly what Michelle warned her about.
It felt a little disingenuous. Like,
Disingenuous, really. I
Yeah.
mean, truly.
The whole I'm a baby gig. I don't know if I can digest that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I'm just a little baby
unless you're
girl,
going
I don't
full
really-
character. I don't know. There was something about it. It was
Unless you're in
full
a
character,
diaper,
exactly.
I have time.
I need a poopy diaper. I need a blue like crop top,
Come
a
on,
little baby
Eureka.
swirl.
It's your time.
If it doesn't land the first couple jokes, then drop the baby gig. Like, oh, they're not really eating
If it doesn't land, it won't stand.
I think if you're gonna do it like
Spirit
how the girls
Airlines.
do it sometimes on the reading challenge. Like, oh, I'm too nice. I don't know if I can do this. Let's do it, bitch.
Yeah, I just. Sorry.
It's the perfume.
I thought I was gonna.
It smells like Dolly.
It's the Dolly.
I love Dolly Parton, and I really wanted to like.
That was the second time.
There's a poltergeist in here.
You were gonna say I love Dolly Parton, but that bitch smells old. That's what you were gonna say.
I
Right?
want to support her, but it's really hard because it's just not good. It doesn't smell good.
I think you spray.
Take
a
out
lot.
me calling Dolly Parton a bitch. I would never. I am a man in a wig.
No, we
I would
are.
never.
are Dolly Parton stans. She can do no wrong.
Okay.
She may have
You know
done
what?
wrong with that perfume.
But she is Dolly Parton.
Let's just move on. So Olivia did fine.
Olivia did
she
fine.
She didn't bomb.
She had one of
Fine.
my favorite jokes of the night
Which
was
is what?
Rue signing the Declaration of Independence as parent or guardian.
That's
That's
was
funny.
That's clever.
solid.
That's funny.
That
You
was
think you're clever,
solid.
girl. And then let's go to our closer. Looking amazing, stunning.
Rose.
Mhm.
I love
I
Rose.
loved it.
Talk about the look. I loved it.
I love the look. The hair was amazing. The costume was big and wide.
Oh, sorry.
And
No, that was from Olivia's set.
oh,
Sorry.
okay.
She's the only one, I didn't notice the first time around, but she's the only one who didn't use cards. She did
Off book.
everything off book, like a true
Mm.
theater nerd. I thought she was really strong.
That deserves kudos.
She was incredible.
Big
Yeah.
kudos.
Now, were you surprised? Spoiler alert: Candy wins. Were you surprised that they chose Candy over Rosé? Who did you think deserved to win out of the two?
Well, I think they made the judgments favor Candy. Because I don't know, if you'd have showed them back to back, I would have said they're both great. But they were saying you were better in the rehearsal. Well, we didn't really see all
That's
of the
not
rehearsal.
fair, yeah.
From what I saw, my very limited, I was more leaning towards Candy. I thought Rosé killed. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Candy, she had a characterization about her. She had this like funny moment with her body, and literally everything that came out of her mouth made you chuckle. And Rosé, there
Yeah.
were moments where I felt like we were spending a long time sitting.
Although I did,
Although she was great.
Rosé had some of my favorite reads, which is where it's like a secret sniper from the side. I'm gonna read Chan, but in the process, I'm gonna snip in Darby, and then it's like boom, 2 reads in 1.
Yeah.
I love those.
I think
types.
Rosé is one type of comedian and Candy is another type of comedian. Whether Candy is aware that she is funny
Apples
or
and
not,
oranges.
but yeah.
I think Rosé is one of our natural funny girls.
Yes.
I don't know that Candy is naturally funny.
Really?
I mean,
Hey,
I see it the opposite. I think Candy is naturally funny, and I think
Can-
Rosé is very like
Candace is
rehearsed.
effortless, and
I think-
Rosé is effortful.
but I think Candy stumbles into hers, whereas I think Rosé, her wit is like, because I think this is funny, I'm going to say it.
Yes.
Candy's just like, I'm just going to say it and see what sticks.
I see.
You know what I mean?
They're apples and oranges, candied apples and orange beard covers.
Candy wins. Congratulations, her
Yes.
first win. Finally, she's got a win.
That's amazing.
Our bottom two, unfortunately, are Utica and
Oh,
Simone.
that was so hard to watch. This is another part where I'm like, Utica, at least pretend to be upset. It's almost like bad sportsmanship, sports dayship. Just pretend to be upset. Because Simone is so upset. She wants
Yes.
it so bad, and you're acting like this is child's
This doesn't
play.
matter to you.
But there's so much on the line.
Well, and that's, I think, what everyone kept getting annoyed
That
when
might
she'd
be
come
me.
back from a lip sync.
Yeah.
And she's like, it was an honor to lip sync. And everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
That can be part of it, but don't put that part first.
She doubled down a lot on this episode. And I think it
hate-
just shows that, well, no, I think it shows
You
that she
hate
was
her?
tired.
No, I hate Double Down.
I think she snapped.
Yes.
Yeah.
We get the lip sync, and Simone did what you gotta do on Drag Race. You gotta connect to the song.
Yeah.
Utica decided to go in a very different direction, in the opposite direction that she did last week. And Simone, I couldn't take my eyes off.
Yeah. Simone's a very facial lip syncer. She is very emotive. And
And there's still a little twinkle of levity, of lightness in her, too. She's got
Yeah.
a little funny...
I love her. I love House of Avalon. I'm glad that she won this lip sync
Yeah.
because I can't wait to see her in the final four.
I hope, I mean, the preview for next week shows her just breaking down, sobbing, and that worries me. I don't want her to be upset ever.
No, I hope that it's not like... She's been doing so good, and she was in the bottom this episode, so I hope it's a
Yeah.
fake out.
Yeah.
She seems to take everything really seriously, not in a bad way, in a good way. So I hope that she... Yeah, I agree
Same.
with you. That was
Same.
hard. You know why she was crying in the next week on Drag Race? RuPaul's mustache. Did you see that?
I did.
Utica goes home. It's time. I cannot wait to see what kind of farm drag she comes up with next.
Well, she's
I love
already been
Utica.
in Vogue, and...
I know. I love Utica.
She's doing great.
It may have benefited her to have left last week. I'm just saying.
For certain.
Yeah.
You know...
You have something to say?
I mean, I don't like the things she said. More than that, I don't like the double down. I think Don't double down. She got her proper due because she sucked and she wasn't funny.
Yeah, and she went home.
But you know who does deserve some proper due is this week's winner of the Olivia Lux Mini Personal Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field.
Oh.
And I happen to have this
Ooh, I think I know who's
award
in
I think
right
we all know.
here.
I think we all
So
know.
I think this week's winner is
Lonnie Love!
Oh my God.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, sorry.
Congratulations, Lonnie, and thank you for your work in this field. We, Lonnie, love you.
We are stands.
How did we all know it was going to be Lonnie?
We're synced up.
Smell a stunt.
Before we go, we do want to thank you again for continuing to tip us, to donate. It is just so humbling whenever we get that little beep beep. You have money. And it's like, for what? So thank you so much for giving to our PayPal, Venmo, and our Cash App. Not only to us, but also to the current organization we're donating to, which is the Asian Americans Advancement Justice in Chicago. If you would like to donate to them, you can just put in your note on Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal for donation. Let's give, let's do better, let's make the world a better place. Or, if you want to give to us, say to Chan and Darby only.
And if you don't have the means to tip, I totally get it. Stretch that stimulus check out, girl. But you can give us a little like, a little subscribe. It really does help out the algorithm and gives us more visibility. And follow us on our social medias.
Yes.
Sure.
Speaking of tea, join our Patreon where you can get exclusive content, a podcast, and never before seen footage. Patreon.com/.
We do put a couple, we do put things in. You're right. All right, well, we'll see it. Well, now that UK's over, we gotta think.
We gotta think.
We'll see you next week for something. Bye.
Okay.
Mariah Carey. Oh! Oh! Oh!